Who missed out on getting the Natasha Denona Gold Palette? Well, if you're like me and you didn't get it, who cares when you've got the Goddess palette by Alter Ego. This gorgeous beauty of a palette here, which is Natasha Denona's dupe for the gold palette. I was umming and oohing such a long time in getting that gold palette until to the point where it became discontinued and I missed out. It's through my own fault that I did miss out because I waited too long. You can still get it, but I'm not going to be paying like over $300 for something that wasn't actually over $300 to begin with. Now, I do have to say thank you to Alter Ego. This video is definitely not sponsored. Obviously, I wish it was, but it's not. I was looking at a few videos on this palette and how it was so close. And even some people were comparing it to be even better. Thank you to Alter Ego for coming out with this dupe. Apparently it is absolutely spot on. So close. I mean, if not, can't tell. I know people have done side-by-side comparisons. I know that there's been lots of tutorials where they've actually had people try and guess which one is the gold palette, which one isn't. And honestly, you just cannot tell. What struck me about this palette when I initially wanted to get it, it wasn't really all that gold. If you have a close look at these eyeshadows, tell me what sticks out the most to you. Look at the tan shades. They're pretty much all identical, but you know, you've got a green, so you have some gold tones there. But I mean, it's just so, I don't know, it really is versatile. I'll just bring it up closer so you guys can have a look. But I think that it's the contrast of having these two green shades in here, which really caught my eye, and there's something about green and gold that just is a beautiful combination. So I don't even know what look I'm going to be doing today, but I'm thinking maybe do two looks. So let's get into it. My face is already done. I've got foundation, bronzer, blush, just putting a bit of lip gloss on. I'm going to start off with the left eye first, and I'm going in with this shade called Aura, just with a big fluffy brush. And I'm putting that right in the crease of the eye. I am just looking down into a mirror, but as you can see, this tone is just a beautiful bronze, it's just a beautiful bronze tone really. So that's just a gorgeous bronze tone there that you can see. Now with a deeper shade, I'm going to go here with Avalon. It's just like a deeper brown, and I'm putting that directly just under the shade that we put for the transition. And what I will say is that these eyeshadows are blending absolutely beautifully. Just picking up a bit more. Sort of like going over the socket of the eye, just over the socket of the eye actually. With that same brown shade, I'm just picking up a little bit more to do the outer corner of the eye. Just right on the outer corner of the eye there. I mean, these are blending in like a dream. Seriously, I don't understand it. I'm very happy. Okay. Now I'm just going to be picking up a black, now I'm just going to be finding a shader brush, which I've just managed to find, making sure it's clean. And I'm going to be going in with this beautiful shade here called Valkyrie. Oh goodness, this is absolutely stunning. Wow. Just picking up a bit more. This is such a creamy formula. Getting the brown, I'm just getting the brush that we use for the dark brown shade. I'm just gonna sort of blend in with the gold there just to make sure there's no demarcation line. Let's go in with a pencil brush, and the shade that I've decided to use for the lower lash line is going to be Artemis, which is this beautiful green shade. It's like a green emerald teal. Okay, looking down into my mirror. And that's it. Absolutely beautiful. For the inner corner of the eye highlight, I'm going to be using the shade here called Freya. I'm just going to apply some mascara on the top and bottom lashes. Okay guys, now let's go on to look number 2. I did apply just mascara, top, bottom lashes. Let's get into look number 2. All right, big fluffy brush again. Can I just show you my towel with all the shadows? Oh my goodness, yeah. Anyway, just thought I'd show you that. I want it to be a little bit different. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be picking up the shade here called Juno, which is just underneath the highlighting shade that we use for the inner corner. And putting that in the crease of the eye. I just can't get over how beautiful these shades blend out, just absolutely stunning. And then I'm going to go in with this mustard shade here called Athena, which is beautiful mustard shade there, directly underneath that transition shade. And again, just over the socket of the eye. Now, I'm picking up this dark deep forest shade here called Gaia. Putting that on the outer edge of the eye. I'm building up slowly because this shade has a little bit of fallout in it, so I really don't want to mess up the rest of my makeup. But it's turning out so beautiful. It's a gorgeous, just this green is like a deep teal. Yes, I did get a bit of fallout on the outer edge there, but I've got my damp beauty sponge with my foundation. I'm just going to pick that up. Continuing on with deepening up that edge. Now with a fluffy brush, a clean fluffy brush, I'm just going to get this shade Hera. I think it's Hera. And I'm just going to go right over up to the brow bone, but I'm not blending in that green. You don't want to muddy it up because green with anything, I don't care, it's just very hard. You're going to get a muddiness, so you don't want to get that muddiness, so you have to be very careful that you don't touch it. Like right up just to the top of the brow, really softly. Just getting in my shadow brush again, just gonna soften out the edges. Just wiping off the flat shader brush that we used for that gold shadow, and I'm picking up Freya and I'm coating both sides of the brush, putting that in the middle of the lid all the way into the corner. This shade is so beautiful. Just picking up some more shadow on the sides of the flat brush and just going over the edges of that green deep teal shade. And then I'm just putting on a bit more of that Freya shade. So that's one different look that we've got on the other eye. I'm just going to do the lower lash line. Just going to be cleaning off the flat brush that we just used. And I'm going to be going into the shade here called Iris. Going to be lining the outer edge of the eye. It's a very light shade. Actually, I'm going to do the full on under eye with this one. I'm going to get a bit of the deeper shade here called Avalon and put that on the outer edge of the eye. I'm wiping off that same flat shader brush, and then I'm going to be going in with Pandora, which is this beautiful goldy shade right there. Pandora. It's a bit flaky, so just be careful not to put on too much. I'm going in doing the inner corner of the eye with that as well. It's just a very sheer like topper shade. I'm going in with my pinky finger and we'll do a little bit of we'll take some sparkle up to the eye with this one, all the way up to the brow bone. For a bit of sparkle, why not? Wipe off a bit of the fallout. Now I'm just going to be applying some mascara on this eye, top and bottom lashes, and then I'll be back. Okay, we are done. We have completed the two different looks. I will say that I'm absolutely so glad that I didn't waste my money on buying the gold palette, because there are only so many looks that you can do. Save yourself the money, pick up the Goddess palette. Obviously you can't get the gold palette anymore from Natasha, but if you really wanted it, get this one instead. But I will warn you, there are only so many looks that you can do with it unless you're an absolute genius and know how to do lots of different ways of placing colour on the eye. Then by all means, of course, you can do so many looks with this palette. But what I'm saying is the tones in this are very similar. You've got too many tones here which are the same, and the gold tones, they're not that different. And so if I were to say, let's come up with like, I don't know, 10 different looks, it'd be very challenging unless you used every single eyeshadow as a one and done eyeshadow on your lid, which you can do. But I am glad that I saved my money on getting the full original palette, and this is just as good because, like I said, there's only so many different tones that you can do with this eyeshadow palette, and I think it'd be quite challenging to think otherwise. I'm not a makeup artist. Yeah, I just love makeup, so you know, boy am I glad that I saved myself the dollars. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It would really mean the world to me. Yeah, if there's anything that you'd like me to do with another palette, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for the guys that have recently subscribed to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just love makeup. I'm going to walk around all day with two different looks on my eyes. Do I care? No, I don't. But that's just the way it is, right? It's just makeup. So I will wash my hands as usual. Is it coffee time? I think so. On that note, I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.